everybody, welcome to Take 5. We have just gotten out of Godzilla. We went and watched it in the late night showing so we wouldn't be bothered by people other than Joel. We're going to try and go to as many summer blockbuster movies as possible and just kind of give our thoughts on them on the drive back.
I did think the opening scene, the opening credits of this movie actually were really good.
Yeah.
Because it gave you a backstory without you knowing what the backstory was.
I'm upset that Bryan Cranston died like a third of the way through the movie.
Yeah.
Just 1/3 of the way through the movie, dead.
Poor guy didn't get his redemption, you know? That's kind of sad.
But at the same time, like, what would have been gained had he stayed other than just more of him in the movie?
Literally nothing.
Really, I mean, as much as I love Ken Watanabe, his character easily could have been Bryan Cranston instead.
Well,
I don't know.
You have to have an Asian guy who says Godzilla at some point in the movie.
The movie did stay true to tradition, though, when it came to Japanese scientists always knows more than American military.
Yeah, of course. I don't think there was nearly enough Godzilla himself
That's
in
true.
the movie.
I didn't think there was enough Godzilla fight scenes at all.
They were really trying to do like a slow build to the
Yeah.
final scene, but even the final scene, we didn't get that much Godzilla action.
Because even in the fight scenes, they tried to just splice in the human aspect.
Yeah.
When you could easily have the fight scene and then the human aspect.
The science-y, mojo, blah blah stuff kind of made sense.
Yeah.
But they never really dive into it deep enough to really fully explain how some of this stuff works.
Until the first monster showed up, it was very much like, oh my gosh, when is something going to happen? Let's get to the action part, please.
Well, even when that the monster shows up, the movie's still dragged in its plot.
Yeah.
I mean, this was like 2.5 hours.
Which is strange that it dragged in plot because there was only like 4 main characters or so.
Yeah.
It's not like we had this huge ensemble we had to jump around the globe to follow with.
And even with the main characters, I wasn't attached. Like, I wasn't that attached to them.
The wife and son of Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah, I didn't feel attached to those two at all.
Well, I felt attached to her.
Well, that's just because she's hot.
Yeah. Like, you're mixing up emotions right now, Nick.
No, is that
But
That's exactly.
in all honesty, I didn't feel like he was attached to his family that much. Like,
We had an hour before they said "I love you."
Yeah.
And they're married and they have this kid, and they try and build up to the "I love you." And I'm like, they're married.
They were definitely playing off the whole Godzilla as, for lack of a better word, a god, and this clash of the titans type of thing. The music definitely tried to reach for that, and they were trying to go for the whole mankind versus that. But they were reaching for it, but they didn't quite get there. So
it got close on some parts, but it just, overall, it was just sort of like a really awesome movie of missed opportunities.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Joel, you haven't talked yet. What are your thoughts? You're not a big blockbuster
I'm
guy.
not a big blockbuster guy. It was never that much in Independence Day, but like, I went to go see it because of Take 5, but I mean also because it's Godzilla. I mean, when are you going to get to see a Godzilla movie? If you have a chance to see a Godzilla movie in your lifetime in the theaters, then do it. It's Godzilla. It's freaking Godzilla. Like if you're going to go.
And one more note, it's Godzilla.
Right.
What about King Kong? Did we not all go see King Kong in the theater?
No.
No.
This guy asked me roughly like 30 times, why isn't the government freaking out about this huge lizard? But seriously, guys, the military's not breaking down. Why is that not happening?
Yeah, really. Like, they were all just like, oh, guess we're chasing monsters now.
They answered that in the opening sequence. Our military knew about it.
No,
Maybe
our
not every
military
grunt.
did not know. The government knew, but didn't necessarily. It's one of those things they didn't tell the
But
public.
they
As soon as you
trained.
swear into the military, they don't go, oh, by the way, there's a giant lizard in
Of
the
course
ocean.
not, but you have to think the higher ups were briefed on this when it became an issue.
And even then, like,
I don't think so.
the military is trained to expect the unexpected. I mean, even with, a huge fucking lizard and 2 fucking insects, like, they're gonna say, oh, that's intense.
I agree. They're supposed to expect the unexpected because they're military, but I think 2 giant insects and a giant fire-breathing dragon monster thing out of the ocean qualifies as slightly more than unexpected.
Did you guys notice that key scenes that were used for the trailers were different in the movie?
Yes, Nick was actually, or Corey was actually talking to me about it.
Corey couldn't be with us tonight. He's now separated from us working in Texas, but he did watch the movie with us. His 2 cents, other than what Tanner's about to give us, is that, you know, if you grew up watching these old Godzilla movies, this is probably a great movie for you because of, you know, the quality of the other Godzilla movies. And his thing was that, you know, we've been kind of ruined by Christopher Nolan, that everything has to have this realistic, everything makes sense, kind of gritty style to it.
Yeah.
So it's just hard for us to adjust with something like this that's much more oriented for like a popcorn style, like, don't turn your brain on completely. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you'll catch us next time when we watch the next movie. Make sure to check out the rest of our videos and check out our friends on Zudi.net, and we will catch you next time.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends.
Yes.
All those things.
And comment below, Hamilton 7776.